say that Russia will cut
Let's welcome Sylvain Desrosiers.
Oh, hello, Sylvain.
Inventor, quite an active inventor in security, for security, all types of security, for the big department stores, casinos. He's the man.
All right. Welcome,
Yes.
welcome, Sylvain. Southern IT.
Just to go over the little information on that, our average volume is about 2.7 million shares a day. The market value is at 2.4 million. The outstanding shares about 168 million shares. $500 million last month to 250 million now. And we also reduced altogether in the last 12 months the authorized by 180 million shares. So we did reduce another 20 million shares about 2-3 months ago.
Okay, now, Greg, I'm just going to put an aside in here. That was great that we got that information. How many how to run a company, but he also knows about the stock, which is, frankly, a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah, Sylvain, congratulations. And actually, you may be the first in the last 6 years of
to serve our client, but it's also to serve our investors. And the reason I agreed to come on your radio show is to awareness to our clients and our investors. And obviously, if you're an investor, you want to know what's going on.
Sure.
Like you treat gold.
Oh, absolutely.
In my opinion.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, no, you are correct. Well, tell us, what is your core business in the security industry?
Which is all the camera that you see in a casino, basically, that make sure that people are doing the right thing. And this is also enforced by every state through their gaming commission, basically. So you have 23 states that accept gaming nowadays in the U.S. And all these states have anywhere between 11 casinos, 10 casinos, up to cabling infrastructure, surveillance, all kind of security, obviously access control and other type of security, face recognition for casinos, and other high-tech type of technology. Because there's also software that calculates basically what is your percentage of winning.
No
and
way.
If you go above what it should be, that raises a flag.
Whoa! Are you serious?
Of course.
That you could do that. So the days of the fuzzy black and white VHS cameras are history now, huh?
Not entirely. Funny enough, during last time in the U.S., they're still using VCRs recorders, believe it or not. So they still use these old tapes, and they never changed to digital. And now we're going into the second phase of digital. But now it's to the point that it's affordable. The quality is really amazing, and the storage is available, because at first the storage was so expensive to store all these files on HD that it was impossible for the casino to buy that kind of system. But now it is as low in cost as it was when the first analog system moved to digital.
Wow. Well, now, okay, can your systems casino to casino to casino that's winning a lot, can, one casino basically inform another one that this dude is showing up at your place?
Oh, definitely. They have database of information. I think there's a group called the Christian Player or something like that. The people that go to church on Sunday, they're a bunch of young guys, and on Saturday night they go to the casino and they hit the casino. Going to kick them out. They're going to go try to play somewhere else.
Sure.
Yeah, Greg. There's always been a black book in Las Vegas.
Oh,
and
I'm sure.
in Atlantic City
sure.
and everywhere else.
Yeah.
The fact that it's now a digital black book and
now the edge of the house is very small in blackjack. So when you start to count that, you reverse that edge and it becomes on the player side, which is enough for the player to win over a long period of time. A nice amount.
To work in Las Vegas in television. And Colin talks about how these professional guys at the sports books, put odds and stuff like that.
The science. It's not perfect, but they're trying to remove that, chances there is in it and be more scientific about it.
Yeah.
And the only way to do that with casino are not allowed to even get their information out of the casino. Everything is a secure closed VPN.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now some states allow from casino to have, let's say if they have two properties, one in front of surveillance room.
Oh, God.
Under certain specification, they can now have more than one. They can have only one surveillance room to basically service both casino entities.
Yeah.
Which reduce their costs, obviously, because in the surveillance room you have surveillance people 24/7. So if you have two rooms, when you can do the same job with one room and have less head count, so it's more profitable for them.
So now. It seems like, that would take maybe even more than HD, possibly even like what we're calling 4D in television, or the
not necessarily. Listen, the facial still not perfect. There's certain things that it doesn't address when the people wear, big sunglasses, a hat, baseball cap, which they tilt their chin down.
Right, sure. Oh, yeah.
That doesn't do miracles.
amazes me, and I've said it before, whenever I go to Las Vegas, what amazes me is the guys who park the cars. The first time you go in, they ask you your name. Are you
our systems are so important because nowadays they're blending between surveillance, which is security aspect, and marketing. If you have a high roller that comes in the casino and he did not basically scream, "Hey, I'm coming in," you want to know that he's in. You want to make sure that you are catering for him, that he's going to want to play at your casino and not another casino. This is where we see a change right now into casino mentality, into what there is a system. Leverage and help them to tailor to their customer and the one that really matters. And like you were saying before, the information is so important because the guy that works at the valet, by calling you by your name, it might make a difference in a tip. Between not having a tip or a tip.
Right.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's very important. And now, right now, for us, we see the next 3 to 5 years in the casino industry with amazing growth again. And it's been stale now for about depending on who you talk to, we're still in it or barely getting out of it or limping out of it.
Well, it's choppy. It's choppy depending on the areas of the country. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. So now they need to reinvest because a lot of them, the one that still have VCR, there's no part for VCR. You cannot find VCR anymore in this world, nor tapes. So it's getting complicated. And the one that bought the first generation of these systems, which they were not high definition, they want to move to high definition, right?
Sure.
That's the really next step for them is how do we move to high definition? And that's why you're going to see that growth in the surveillance industry, in the casino gaming. And during the recession, there was less competition.
Have to totally retool. I mean, maybe not the software inside the room that you're monitoring, but all the cameras have got to be replaced. I presume all the networking cables have got to be replaced when you're talking HD, right?
That's correct. I mean, the camera needs to be replaced to be HD because they're analog right now.
Exactly.
And they're low resolution. The cable, ideally, yes. Sometimes we have converted. And then, obviously, all the recording devices are now what we call network video recorder versus a digital video recorder. So they're basically appliances, which you have a big storage in one location, and then you have like IP address that each cameras are. So it's a different system, much more efficient, easier for the surveillance directors and employee to follow people and do all kind of stuff. And now there's a variety of new type of camera, 360 degrees, 180 degrees. There's some that go in super megapixel, like 14, 20, 30 megapixel, that allow you to basically blow out picture from very far in the parking lot and things like that. Plus now you have also LPR, license plate recognition software. Everything can be integrated into one system. Also to see who's coming in the casino with the vehicle and so on and so forth.
So did you say 1,400 pixels? Because
it's 14 million.
14
so
million.
It's basically 14 million pixel camera.
Okay, so 1080.
So that's 14 megabyte per image.
Okay, because 1080 is HD, so you're almost super. Wow.
And that's made the difference because we all seen the news and they show us a picture of somebody that even if it was your brother, you would not recognize on TV. And they say, yeah, help us to find that person. Well, blurriness anymore.
Right. Oh,
so
yeah.
you have the sharpness of the image and it allows you to identify who's on the picture.
Wow. That's fascinating. That is absolutely amazing. And yeah, you've got the pan and tilt. But what also fascinated me, each camera has its own IP address?
That's correct.
Oh, God.
So you create a closed virtual private network of which each A
Oh,
small
yeah.
casino will have about 200-300 cameras.
Sure.
The Las Vegas large casino is about 2,000 to 3,000 cameras.
God. Yeah.
So that's a lot of cameras.
Yeah. Wow. This is amazing.
To department stores as well.
Yeah, that was part of our strategy. You're right, Mike.
And also, like in Colorado, it extends to prisoners at home. That because the jails are becoming very expensive, prisoners can stay home. With the Southern ITS technology, administrators can know where they are at all times.
Oh, really? So they wouldn't, like the people who are wearing the bracelets.
Company, we've been heavy on gaming, and now we decided the problem that we have with gaming, or the challenge we have with gaming, they're super large order, which requires like close to 100% of our resources. For 6 months or whatever is the time length that it takes to do that conversion. And then you go to a period of quietness, and that's what we've been doing as a company. So our strategy was to try to go away type of contract that they have the impact that we're looking for with our knowledge and our expertise, and then we can push forward with these. So we decided to narrow down certain market segments, and one of the market segments that we decided company.
Dillard's is here in the state of Florida. Yep. Yep.
They're all over Texas.
Oh, sure. And I guess what?
big
They're
market.
headquartered in Arkansas, right?
Yes, they have. Their headquarters in Arkansas. The revenue is about $6 billion a year. They have close to about 300 stores all over the country, and they're building anywhere between 5 to 15 stores a year. They're growing. They're a growing company. So we have a solution with IBM servers that allows us to be half the footprint and half the electricity consumption and heat dissipation the other system have in HD. That allows us to really and we bring an HD solution again to this retailer with a very small footprint in terms of the location where you have all your server hosted. So we already started to ship materials. Some installation are scheduled in July. It's only the matter of building certain things that didn't exist to do well.
And when you do a deal with Dillard's, and they have, they've got like 4 or 5 stores from the Palm Beaches all the way up to Melbourne. Is the security office in?
Be careful because clients always want privacy in their security.
Right,
system.
obviously. Okay. Yeah.
But yes, each store is equipped with their own equipment, which is super important because shrinkage, loss and prevention.
And you really can't do anything about it if you see it on the screen and you're in a central location as opposed to in the store. In the store, you can send somebody out to
right away.
Outside the country, that we put together a vest for the retailer that has a camera and a recorder and also audio. So when they go, their loss prevention employees on the floor to go talk to a eventually to the U.S. market. But that was specifically for a Latin American country. So we created that vest that has that special camera mounted on the shoulder. and the recorder that it's inside the vest, so you can record the whole. In the office while the cuts is coming, everything is recorded, but also really close, in close quarter, very close.
Okay.
So there you have, Greg,
Wow.
at least one serious.
Yeah. Well, now the next thing though is can that video that is shot inside the store
You know, the law enforcement standard and the court system standard. So it can prove that it's not been tempered, it's original video, and it can be used in court of law. In every store, they have, in casino have the same thing. They have the little sign inside the store that says that premises is under video surveillance 24/7.
Okay.
So
Wow. Boy,
this is also good for the slip and fall or the fake one.
yeah.
You see all the time the guy, you know, dropping his glass of whatever water, bottled water, and trying to pretend that he's slipping.
That's a whole industry down in the Miami area. I mean, you hear a lot about fake car crashes and fake slip and falls. I mean, all sorts of weird stuff down around there. And yeah, this is amazing. You've hit a home run here.
Yep. Right now, we want to get some data. We're very cautious as a corporation. We do the same thing with our press releases. We always want to make sure that we have signed contracts, we have the execution, because even a signed contract nowadays, until you start to deliver equipment and you can produce invoice for me, it's not a contract. I like to see that when we make a press release, it's because we signed the contract and we have started. See how it's going to go, and if it's going as we expect to go, then we'll propose it to our other retailers that we're working with, including dealers and other retailers.
That's amazing.
We think there's a very good value about it a bit last time. 2013, 2.3 million people in jail in the U.S., 8 million people on parole or some sort of house arrest or some sort of restraining order against them. Some country anywhere between the cheapest $14,000 a year, the most expensive $75,000 a year per inmate. And there is an amazing market, again, because that market needs a solution that is hassle-free for them. And nobody has brought such a solution to that market yet. And that's why we brought this new solution, which is basically a GPS tracking device that can be either at your ankle or at your wrist, attached to you, that gives you position at all times and allows the correctional office to say you're going to be in a house arrest, so you cannot leave your house. Then they can monitor you from your house and now what's called geofencing, virtual fence that you can take corridors without creating any alarm. So if you say, Mr. Judge, I have 4 kids, but I have to keep my job because otherwise the US 1 if you want. But these are the two routes you need to take to go to the office, and you cannot stop in between.
Wow.
So we can create virtually all that information so that we're going to follow that thing called
huge companies that are listening and want to knock on your door, like Macy's or a few Nordstrom's and a few others that All right. Well, Sylvain, we want to thank him for being with us. Wow, that technology is just whizzing along as far as...
This is a great opportunity. You know, penny stocks are going to have their inning this year. Right now, it's still a high-tech. I have over 2 million shares myself. And
wow.
I do get $1,500 a month on our contract. But I can just say that this is an excellent opportunity for a man who is thoroughly in the business.
Been doing it a long time, and I think the transition that he has made, and of course, obviously, he knows the history of all of the casino security as well, is truly amazing. Anything real hot for next week, like in the newsletter, or of course, Charles has already talked about Boeing.
Sure, we're looking to buy SITS and BOOM, and
so that you know, just for balance, I am fairly seriously looking right now at SPXU, which is an inverse
go for it
ETF, so that if the market does turn down, we're covered.
The healthy.
Good stuff, guys. Hey, well, you guys both have a great week. Mike King in Las Vegas, Charles Moskowitz in Boston. Don't forget, Princeton Research. Every weekend, the research report.